As we talked about yesterday afternoon, most of us out in the rain, around 4:30 in the afternoon, Officer John Nobles, a 6-year veteran with the agency, and police recruit Darren Scott, who's been on the agency for about 10 months, were on routine patrol in the area of 1st and Iona Street. The officers observed 3 black males near that intersection in what appeared to be a possible drug transaction. Officer Nobles got out of the car while Officer Scott called in on the police radio to call in that they were going to be there. Officer Nobles made contact with these subjects, at which time one of them fled on foot, 22-year-old Jamal Williams. Officer Nobles chased this suspect, and he saw that Jamal Williams was holding a silver handgun as he was running. While the officer was chasing Williams, Williams pointed that handgun back in the direction of Officer Nobles, who in turn fired his issued handgun several times, striking the suspect multiple times. Jamal Williams was transported to a local hospital where he's in serious condition. The suspect's firearm, a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson revolver, was recovered from the scene. We're not really sure where it came from at this point. It has the serial number filed off. Jamal has been charged with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The officer's been placed on administrative leave, as is standard protocol for us, and the suspect's criminal history includes multiple traffic violations and drug offenses, and does have a felony conviction, as I mentioned, and we'll get that to you. So the criminal element out there has gotten more and more violent over the years. They tend to all be armed, it seems like, where we've had a lot of them that are. Officers are encountering people every day that are armed, and I think I've said it before. 20 years ago when I came on, you'd come up on one of these kind of situations and they would run from you, and if they had a gun, they tried to get rid of it. And nowadays they seem to want to stand and fight. It seems to be a little different than it used to be. It's dangerous out there, and for these officers, they go out there every day and they know that that's what they're up against. And in fact, when I spoke to the officer to make sure he was okay when I got there yesterday, he said to me, Chief, I never thought I'd have to do this. And so, you train for it, and we do excellent job of training our officers, but you certainly don't go to work expecting that to happen, but you have to be ready for it to happen because it could.